This is a wonderful time to learn programming, and it is easier and more fascinating than you think. First, your programming language should be JavaScript, because it runs everywhere and leaves optimizations to AI. Install node.js on your computer and ask a public AI to help you create a Hello World command line program. The program should accept an argument that changes Hello World to whatever you give it. Ask it to show you some nice ways of parsing command line arguments. Such a list is a wonderful introduction to more serious things. But don't worry about programming quite yet. In the age of artificial intelligence, you don't have to begin by writing code. But you do need to know how to ask the AI so that your project does something meaningful for you and you learn from it. Here, most people would probably mention creating a WikiWiki, but we should stay on the command line. I think the command line is the first thing that programmers truly loved. They always complained about those punch cards and moths. A really great project for the command line is a blog. A diary of learning programming that you upload to the internet so that others may follow. And here you begin with creating a folder called My Blog, and inside a folder called Post 000. Programmers start at 0. You will need an image. A screenshot will work just fine, but memes are pretty good too. And a text file named post.txt. Later, AI will help you upgrade to something heftier. You will actually need 2 commands here that you run one after the other. First, to create permalinks, your blog permalink /post-000, and index pages. Index.html loads automatically, but also you need an older posts button on the bottom. You should think of these as 2 separate commands, permalink and pagerizer. Now that you have folders and are aware that there are 2 commands, you can write a program and test request for the AI. Normally, this would not be a big deal, but there is something really important here. Tell the AI that what the permalink should do is convert text to a web page and copy your image, and follow up with a test request so that you can test if your commands have all the features. Node.js comes with a built-in test harness. Be sure to tell the AI to use that. Now, when you add a new feature, you can test it, sometimes before it's even complete. You can now add auto-linking support to your text files, and the AI will write a test to see if the links are clickable and well-formed. It can also add more complex tests, like checking if the pagerizer linked all of your blog posts. And in the future, as things get more complicated, and they always do, you can ask AI to create the feature tests first. Markdown support, attachments, an options file that will hold timestamps for created and modified, maybe some kind of a hashtag support for your navigation. Tests are a lot easier and faster to create than complete features. You can just describe it in a web page and then copy the code. But, and this is really important, they also give the AI a way to automatically verify that they are correctly implementing the features you asked for. So it's a self-verifying system, you see. And in the future, if you enjoy working this way, you can become more open about testing. And instead of saying this command does not exist, or showing an error, take the WikiWiki approach and say, "This command is only 30% complete, missing 7 features." And then create a system summary report. "System 75% complete." This way, or the more traditional way, you can map out very large programs before they get their commands or features. And hey, you can do this on your phone in a simple text file that you then ask the AI to convert into node.js harness tests. And even though the test becomes code and you are still learning, you stay in control. You just run the tests and see what hasn't been implemented yet, or just tell the AI to implement it. Make the red turn green, and the AI will take care of it and, of course, verify it. Your curiosity alone will have you exploring all the way around all the commands and different bits. See, you can create a blog without actually programming anything. You're just describing things in a sequence that makes sense to the AI, and it will take care of it. And just in case you thought this was a little bit on the simple side, let me introduce you to the very fascinating concept of moths. And before I explain any further, note that you should play with and against powerful artificial intelligence agents that you invite into your system. A mod is short for multi-user dungeon, but you should invent multi-agent dungeon. In your dungeon master, the AI tasked with weaving an interesting story should be informed to take you to places you would have never expected, swiftly switching environments, like Indiana Jones movies. Environments should include starships, and time travel, and strange mysteries, and mystical places. You can ask AI to create an HTML version that you can enjoy in your web browser. And there, you can have images generated on the fly that capture your unique, one-of-a-kind storyline. Please understand that in the age of artificial intelligence, none of this requires programming on your end. But it does ask that you install Node and enjoy that little Hello World program and make a super tiny blog just to learn how to speak with AI. And then you'll take your first baby steps and create a universe with actual thinking creatures inside. How fascinating is that?